ever grown anything before, whether it's a flower or a fruit or a vegetable? Have you ever grown anything on your own before?
My student has,
What was it?
he's grown a plant. Which kind of plant?
Ooh, do
He's
we know?
not sure.
Oh, that means you've grown something then. That's awesome.
No,
Go steam.
I've grown a cucumber.
You've grown a cucumber?
Oh,
That's impressive, I will say. Awesome. And then have you ever made any recipes with that cucumber that you grew?
No.
No. Next time you can, because I'm going to show you how to make a yummy recipe with, you guessed it, cucumbers. Perfect. Thank you for joining. I see someone said thanks for being here. Thanks to the team. Thank you all for joining. We couldn't do this without you guys. So that's half the battle is you guys being here with us. So thank you. Buenas tardes para todos. See, okay, so I can understand some Spanish if we want to drop any Spanish in the chat box. I'm learning still, but good afternoon. So welcome everybody to our virtual cooking class where we plant and prepare from seed to cucumber salad bowl. So that means we'll be planting seeds first, and then we'll make a fresh, delicious cucumber salad bowl. How does that sound? As a reminder for everyone here, instructors feel free, teachers feel free to help your students along the way as needed. Also feel free to ask questions. You can unmute yourself if you have a question throughout, or you can drop it in the chat box as well. We welcome any questions that you may have. We will show you some slides first, and then once I'm showing you the planting portion and the cooking portion, you will see my area and follow along. If you are cooking along today, you have a bag with some ingredients and equipment today. If you're not cooking along, as a reminder, we are recording this and we will send it out to you so you can cook along at a later time. But if you have your bag, let's go through what's in the bag. So I'm going to unpack my bag, and feel free to unpack yours with me if you have not done that already. So let's open our bag, and you'll see on the screen we also have what should have come in your bag. But I'm going to unpack mine because I'm super excited. So let's see what I have here today. So in my bag, I have a little Ziploc baggie, and this has my cutting board, my knife, a child-safe knife. So it's a plastic, colorful knife, you'll see. We have a wrapped cutlery set. So let me open this up. All right, so my cutting board, it's a nice colorful cutting board. I have that with me. I have, like I said, my child-safe cutting knife that we're gonna cook with. That's right here. Yours might be a different color from mine, but that's okay. It's still the same thing. I have, in order to eat my yummy recipe that we're making later, a wrapped cutlery that we are going to use to eat together. Okay. I have a bowl that we're going to make our yummy, yummy salad in. Okay. I have hand sanitizing wipes. Whoa, we're going to need that for sure to clean our hands later. Oh, I have a surprise in here. What's that? I think we all got a Goya coupon book. So we have some coupons from Goya that you can use to shop for some extra ingredients. Because this recipe is great on its own, but if you want to add anything to it, feel free to shop some great Goya products, and we can go over that together later as well. But you each have a Goya coupon book, okay? Then we have our recipe card as well. So this is the recipe we'll be making today. All right. So you could feel free to follow along with your recipe card or follow along with my instruction as we cook together. Or if you want to make this recipe again later, maybe tomorrow at another time, feel free to use that recipe, okay? And then what do I have here? Whoa, what are we growing today? This is our growing kit. Can everyone see that? So it's a Ziploc bag. I'm going to open it with you. Woo. Okay. In this kit, we have our instructions. So we have printed instructions on how to grow our lovely, does anyone know what we're growing today? Does anyone know what we're growing? Mint, that's right. So we have our instructions to how to grow our mint that we're going to do together, of course. Okay. We have then everything we need to grow our mint. Okay. So if I carefully take this out of my bag, whoop, we have a little tray that we'll need to start planting our mint, and I'll show you how to use that. We have a little pencil and a little popsicle stick that you can write mint on, okay? So once we want to I know at home when I grow things, I want to label what I'm growing so I can know exactly what it is. So feel free to use this to write the word mint on it, and then you will be able to label your plant, and I'll show you that later as well. Then, this is everything we need. As I said before, and I'll hold it to both cameras, we see our mint seeds are taped onto this little pot. So be very careful when we start planting because they're all stuck onto the tape, and I'll show you exactly how to get them off when we start planting. But in here we have our clear plastic pot, a little tray on top that the pot will go on, and then inside we have our soil discs wrapped in that bag. So we have soil to start planting our mint. Then we have extra wipes in there to clean our hands as well. So again, let me know if you have any questions or you're missing any of that. You shouldn't be missing anything, but just let me know. And then my favorite part, because I love food and I love to eat, let's see what we are cooking with today. If I look in my bag, oh, and for your planting, we have a bottle of water. So of course we need water to water our plant. Now, if I get hungry later, we have a snack to make. And in my bag, I also have a couple of cucumbers. So let's open that together. So I have my 2 cucumbers wrapped in a little bit of paper towel. So that's my cucumber right here. So these are called Persian cucumbers. See how they're tiny? They're teeny tiny cucumbers. So we have Persian cucumbers, 2 of them. And then we have a little bit of, oh, I can smell it already, you guys. Can we smell that? So feel free to smell your mint. This is mint. This is what we're growing today. Okay. Oh, do we smell that? I could smell that all day. Okay. And then we have a lime. Okay. And last but not least for our salad, we each have a little packet of salt. Okay. So it should look like this. I know it's tiny, so try not to miss it, but that's just salt. Okay. And that's everything in our bag. And the great thing is we can use this bag when we go shopping, when we go to school, right? So you can keep the bag and use it however you want it. Okay. Who's ready to get started? I know I am. So, me too. Yay! Did we all know that every fruit and vegetable, every herb, every grain you eat started out as a teeny tiny seed? So everything, almost everything you eat starts out as a little seed. So today we're going to plant seeds that will grow into something we can eat. And then we're going to make a tasty snack to enjoy together. Okay, how does that sound? So I think the first thing we need to do is plant our lovely mint seeds, right? So I'm going to show you how to do that, but we could see a little sneak peek on the screen that we're going to first start with. What do we think that is? Does anyone know? What do we need? We went through, what was that?
Dirt.
Dirt, soil. That's right. So that's soil that we see. And then we will put the seeds in the soil and it'll start growing eventually. So why don't we get started? I think if we're all ready, if we've all unpacked our bags, we can get started. So what we'll need today, right now, is your little cardboard tray. So can we all see my hands? So to get started, I'm going to carefully lift off the tape from the side of my pot. So like I said, careful, careful, because look, those are tiny seeds. Do we see that? Those black dots are your seeds. So carefully, I'm going to take my tape off my pot and set that to the side for now. Okay, so let's put that right there for now. Now we have our tray, right? So what's going to happen in our tray? The first thing we need to do is we all have a little paper bag. We're going to unwrap our paper bag to reveal. Let's see what's in here. So in my paper bag, I have
I
three.
have a question.
Yes.
What is this on the tape?
So on the tape, that's mint seeds, those little black dots. That's what we're planting today. They're teeny tiny seeds. And there's like a ton of them, right? So is this what you see here? Yeah? Yes, so don't throw that out. Those are actually all of our seeds that we're going to put in our soil. When we get to that, I'll show you exactly how to do that, okay? Great question. Thank you. Perfect. Okay, do we all have our little dirt soil puck in our cardboard tray?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
So now we're going to make magic happen together. So we're going to open up our little water bottle. And look, we're just going to pour a little bit of water onto the puck. And it's going to slowly start expanding. So we are now just adding a little water until it starts growing. Oh, mine is growing already. Whoa. So just add a little drop of water at a time. Feel free to either use your fingers or your little popsicle to start breaking it up. But I'm going to add water until it's fully hydrated and it looks like wet soil. Okay, look at that. It's magic.
Hi, it's Richard here from Home Instruction in the Bronx. So there's a couple of things you can do with this water. You can actually, if you pour it in and it goes just to the little top of the puck, and then you can watch all the water get soaked up.
Ah,
So you can either dribble it in a little bit at a time, or with the next puck, you can pour the water up to the top of the puck.
wow. Okay, so we're gonna try the method with the next part because we're
Either
gonna
way, both work, but both are magic. Thank you.
amazing. Thank you, Rich. Did everyone hear that? So maybe for our next puck, we could try Rich's method. Okay? Awesome. So once your soil looks like this, like actual soil, and it's all wet and expanded, we can start now adding our soil into our clear little pot. Okay? So carefully, it's okay if you make a little mess, but what I'm going to do is carefully scoop it into my pot. And you know what? I think to not make a big mess, let's add the tray under like this. Okay, so we're going to add our tray, our little plastic tray under our pot and just scoop our soil in like this. How's everyone doing so far?
I'm doing good, but can you slow down a little bit? Because
Of
I'm still.
course. Yeah, thank you for letting me know. So if you need a catch up, all we did was we put a little bit of one of those soil puffs into our tray. So like this, right? And then we poured a little water on top. But before I get started with the second puck, we can wait 30 seconds maybe? Do we all need more time? And look at that. It already looks like a plant. I'm excited. Okay. Does anyone need a little more time with their first puck?
Yeah.
Awesome. Take your time. We can't rush greatness, right? We're doing something great today. And I know some of us said we already planted something in the past, whether it was a plant or a cucumber. Right now we are growing mint together. So this is amazing. And I'm looking, wow, you guys, that looks incredible. For the ones I see, that looks amazing. Good job. Awesome, awesome.
All right. I got it then.
Awesome. So we're all farmers today or gardeners. And then later on, we're going to be chefs. So we're wearing a lot of hats today. Awesome. Good job. Wow. Amazing. Okay. Are we ready for our next one? So I think I'm gonna try Rich's method. Okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm going to pour my water until it reaches the top of the puck. Well, Rich, you were right. I'll never doubt you again. What? It's growing. So what I did is I poured water to the top of the puck and look how much it grew. That's incredible. Oh, magic. So we are gardeners, we are chefs, and now we're magicians as well. I think that's incredible. Oh, that really worked. Okay, I'll give you all a second. What I did, just to remind you, I put one of our dried soil puffs into my cardboard tray. Then I poured water until it reached the top of the puck. And then I just watched it expand and grow. Awesome. Wow, wow. Let's see, how are we all doing? Amazing. Great job. Whoa, incredible. How's Miss Cece and Titi doing? I see you're busy at work. See it. All right, so once you're ready with your second puck, once it's all soiled, looking like soil, let's see it. Do you want to hold it up to the screen, Cece and Titi? Let's, oh, that looks amazing. Great job. Have you done this before? Yeah? No, you could have fooled me.
What did you call yourself after she did it? A farmer.
Whoa, you are a farmer today. Okay, then one more puck. So we're gonna do our last one. If you make a little mess, it's okay. We're gonna clean it up. So our last one goes in. And if you want to watch exactly what I did, I just look, I have my water and I'm pouring my water to the top of the puck. And then, look, it's expanding and growing. You could break it up a little bit if you need to, but it's going to soak in all that water. Whoa, look at that. It grew. Amazing. That's magic. Whoa, it's still growing. It's alive. It's alive. Is anyone as fascinated as I am? I know. Oh my gosh, it's really moving on its own. It's like it's alive. But that just means it's doing what it's supposed to do. Okay, great. Wow, incredible, incredible. Yes, we're very fascinated. I agree, Agatha. Okay, so we are gonna put our last bit of soil into our pot. And I keep forgetting to leave it on the tray, so don't be like me. Do as I say, not as I do. And we're going to scoop this in. So I'll give you all another moment to put the rest of your soil in your plastic pot. Okay. If you have a garbage can nearby, you can throw that out just to clear up your space. So you can throw out anything you don't need, like your tray, your bag, just so when we start cooking, we have a clean environment. Awesome. So that is step 1 of our planting process. Now, step 2, we are going to put our seeds in, okay? And just a reminder, we do have our little grow guide that you all have as well. So if you missed anything or just want to follow along by reading, we also have this printout for you in your bags. Okay, so we hydrated our pucks. We added it to our pot. Now it's time to plant our seeds. So remember those tiny dots on your piece of tape? Those are our mint seeds, okay? Now, you can just try to scrape them off carefully. I know they're really stuck on, so maybe just do it over your pot and maybe even scrape it off with your popsicle stick, but I like to do it with my fingers and just really rub it off. Again, if you need help from an instructor or a teacher, they can help you. And if you scrape it enough, look, like me, I know they're tiny, so you might not see them in the dirt, but if they're not on your tape, they're in your dirt, okay? So just keep scraping over your soil. See, mine are virtually gone. So that means they're all in my soil. So that's why you want to do this over your pot. Don't do it on the side, do it over it. Just scrape it all in. I can't believe that a tiny seed like this becomes a whole plant. Isn't that amazing? And just to give you a sneak peek, imagine this was once a seed, and this is a mint plant. This is what we're growing. Isn't that incredible? So that tiny seed that you see on your piece of tape is going to make a plant like this. And mint is really easy to grow. It basically grows on its own with a little bit of water and some sunshine. Okay? So imagine this is what we're aiming for. Incredible, right? Awesome. Okay. Now, does anyone need another minute to put your seeds into your soil? And with mint seeds, you don't have to bury them deep down into the soil. You could just slightly press them into the dirt, into the soil. Just a little bit. They don't need to go too deep in. Okay? You could do it with your hands if you don't mind getting a little dirty. I know that's my favorite part of cooking and planting is getting my hands dirty. All right. Does anyone need another minute? Feel free to put it in the chat box or let me know.
I have a question. How do I show you mine? Are you able to see it now?
Who's speaking so I can come over to you? Is it? There you are. Let me see it. Whoa, that looks incredible. You already labeled it too? What?
Yeah.
Kenyan. Wow. You're doing a great job. Can everyone see Kenyans? Oh, someone said
I like that
they
you put the date on it. That's great to keep track of how it grows.
That's a great idea. I agree.
Bronx home instruction here.
Yes.
Can we show you ours?
Please. Let's show off. Amazing. Great job. Woohoo! Awesome. So if you want, you can write with your pencil onto the stick what it is. You can write down mint and the date if you want. Now, how do we grow mint? Every 2 to 3 days, you can check the soil, right? If it's feeling dry, what you're going to do is, if we could just spotlight my hands again. So every 2 to 3 days, or even up to 4 days, if the soil is feeling dry, you'll feel it. It'll feel different from this. You water it from the tray. So you're going to add a little bit of water on the bottom of the tray like this. And then it's going to absorb it from the bottom. Okay? Then, how long will it take to grow our mint? You should start seeing it sprout in as little as 2 weeks. Okay? And look, it should look something like this when it sprouts. Do we all see that?
Oh, you're right, Jen.
Wow. So that's what it's going to start to look like when it sprouts. Incredible, right? So make sure you water it from the bottom. So put a little water in your tray every few days. And then what else do we need for a plant to grow? Does anyone know? Can we share our slides 1 second? Does anyone know?
Sunlight.
Sun, very good. So we have our seed and our soil, right? And of course, we're going to water it, but we also need sun. So please put it on a windowsill where the sun comes in. So you can put it on your window and wherever the sun comes in to make sure it grows into our beautiful mint plant. So as we see in our next slide, can we all see? Whoa, so what did we just do today? Can we point to what we just did today? We put our seeds in the dirt, in the soil, with a little bit of water. Very good. So that's what we all did today. And then maybe in a week, we'll see a little sprout, maybe in 2 weeks. And then as time goes on, we're going to have a mint plant. So it's going to grow and grow into our beautiful mint plant. How exciting is that? Give yourselves a round of applause for being the best gardeners ever. I'm mint. You could point to the screen if you don't have your mint. So you could point to your cucumber, point to your mint. Next, point to your lime. Does everyone see the lime on the screen? Can you point to it? Okay. Then last but not least, we need our salt packet. Okay. Very good. Now, before we get started, of course, we just had soil on our counter. So I'm going to clean up a little bit. I'm scooping my dirt into maybe a garbage or a napkin. Just want to make sure everything's clean before I get started. Okay. Then, after I throw that in the garbage, it's time to wash our hands. Rule number 1 of cooking is always clean your hands. Does anyone know why? So we each have a hand sanitizing wipe to clean our hands. Who said it?
We need to wash our hands with sanitize so germs cannot affect our vegetables or fruits.
That's exactly right. Great job. Great job. So, did we all hear that? We need to clean our hands because we want to get rid of our germs so it doesn't get on our food, right? So, we all have hand sanitizing wipes. They look like this. So, rip them open and then take out the wipe and wipe your hands really well. So, I'll give you all a moment to do that. I always say clean hands are the best cooking tool. Now look, I'm cleaning mine. You can even wipe down your area if you want with it. Okay. Now I feel ready to cook. How about you? I'll give you all a moment to clean your hands and then we'll get started. So as we get started, reminder, you need your cutting board. You need your
So I'm not using mint. I'm actually using carrots instead of mint.
That's a great idea. Awesome.
Because I have a lot of food allergy and I've never had mint before. So that's why I'm using carrots.
That's such a great idea. Was that Jaden?
Yes.
Good job, Jaden. That's so smart. So that brings up my next point. If you are allergic to anything, maybe it's mint, maybe it's lime or cucumber, feel free to add or use anything else you have. Okay? Of course, if you're allergic to something, we don't want you getting sick. So that was a great idea, Jaden. I think carrot sounds amazing. So reminder, we need our cucumbers. We need our lime. I'll add mine right here. We need our mint. Okay. Oh, I smell it already. So good. And we need our salt. We each have a salt packet. Looks like this. Okay. Then, of course, we need to put our cucumbers in something. So we have this cool bowl. Okay. And if you rip this set open, set of cutlery, you will have a spoon in there that you can use to mix up your salad and a fork to eat it with. That's the most important part. So I'll put that right here. Okay, let's get started. So you each have, if you're cooking along, your nice little knife. Now I like to hold my knife with whatever hand I use to write or to do anything with. I'm a righty. I use my right hand. So I'm going to grab my knife with my right hand. And again, teachers, if we need help with this, feel free to help them out. Okay, so I'm going to put one cucumber on my cutting board. And look, I'm going to grab my knife like this, or you can grab it like this if you feel more comfortable that way. But I like to grab the handle like that. Then my other hand makes a bear claw, like that. So like I'm a bear. Now, why do I do this? So I can hold my cucumber without cutting my fingers off. Look, if I hold it like that, there's no way I can cut my cucumber. If I tuck my fingers in like this, now I can cut my cucumber. So if you can, if you're able, tuck in your fingers like this and hold on to your cucumber. And now let's see the magic happen. I'm going to saw back and forth and slice my cucumber. Can we all see that? I'm going to slice my cucumber into small slices. Let's see. Ooh, I see us cutting. Amazing. And she's a fashionista with a ring on. Yes. I love
What are you
it.
doing?
A stylish chef.
Just in the chat that said they're
Can you do it in please?
Yes, you got it.
Wow. Someone's using watermelon instead of cucumber. I love that idea. Super refreshing. You are? Wow. That's a great idea. So when you're done slicing your cucumber, you can put it in the bowl. Great job. Look how delicious that looks. Now, I want you to smell the cucumber if you want, touch it. What does it feel like? You can smell it. You can touch it. Is it hard? Is it soft? What do we think? Can you see the tiny seeds in the cucumber? Cucumber has tiny seeds. So if I were to take a seed out and put it in soil and water it and put it in sunlight, what would grow? Would I grow an apple tree? What do we think? If I put a cucumber seed in the ground, would an apple tree grow? No. Would I grow bananas? No. That's silly. What would grow? That looks incredible, Kenyon. Amazing. Wow. Doesn't it smell so fresh too already? Ugh, I love cucumbers. Okay. So, after you slice your cucumber and put it in your bowl, we're ready for the next step. So next, we're going to use our mint. So our lovely mint that we're growing as we speak is going to look something like this. Can we all smell that? Smells like gum, minty gum, but it smells so refreshing, right? So what I want you all to do is, with your hands, if you can, just pick the mint off of the stem because it grows on a stem, right? So you can take the mint and pick it off the stem. Then, once you're done picking it off the stem, you take the leaves and just rip it into teeny tiny pieces into your salad bowl. So look, all I'm doing is ripping up the mint and I smell it. Can everyone smell that? Ah, I love mint. But if you don't have mint or you're allergic, you can use anything else. So I know somebody said, Jaden said carrots, which is a great idea. If you have another herb, this is called an herb. Look at that carrot, looks good. You can use cilantro or basil. These are all, you can use another ingredient, whatever you like. Okay. Now, once we're done ripping our mint into our bowl, are we ready for the next step? So this is what it looks like so far. Just cucumbers and mint. Okay. Next, we might need a little help with this part because we have a lime that we need to cut open. So what I'm going to do is grab my lime on both sides like this. This is how I like to cut it in half. And now I made a tunnel with my hand and my knife goes through the tunnel and I have to saw back and forth. This might be a little challenging, so feel free to get help from an adult. And I cut my lime in half, like that. Okay? Then, what do we think lime tastes like? Is it sweet? Is it sour? Feel free to lick it if you want.
It's sour.
It's sour, that's right. How do you know? Did you lick it?
Before.
Yeah, very good. So this is going to add a little sour flavor.
So now you're gonna cut this in half.
Okay, great. Then, with your muscles, if you can, you're going to squeeze your lime. Squeeze. Look at all that juice coming out.
Hang on, we've got some squeezing champions over here.
Oh, I bet. I bet. This is, you need your muscles for this one. Who could squeeze their lime into the bowl? Squeeze.
Oh, here we go.
Let's see.
Squeeze it.
Oh, you're so strong. Impressed. Oh, someone's using their fork. That's a good idea.
Oh, that's a really good idea.
That's a great idea. Let's use our fork maybe. Yeah, I like that one.
My student has her squeezer, the lime squeezer too.
Oh,
She was
Wow,
prepared.
you're fully equipped over there. Who was that? Who was talking about the lime squeezer?
Daphne, my student Daphne has a red little lime squeezer.
Ooh. Good job, Daphne. That makes it easy, I bet. Okay, then after we're done squeezing our lime, question for you all. If I didn't have a lime, what other sour ingredient can I use? What's sour like a lime?
and it's yellow. Let me give you a
And it's yellow.
What's like a lime, but yellow?
I think I know. Does anyone know?
We had grapefruit over here.
Oh, grapefruit would be cool. That's also a little sour. What about lemons? Are lemon sour? I think they are. Okay, next, last step, easy. We're going to rip open our salt packet. And we don't need all the salt. I'm just going to sprinkle in a little bit. Because with cooking, you can always add more after, but you can't take away if you add too much, right? So I'm going to add a little bit. So I'm just sprinkling in some salt. Just sprinkle. And then what we're going to do is use our handy dandy little spoon and carefully mix everything together. Okay. How easy.
All right, I did it.
You did. That looks amazing. You are a
But
chef.
spinach leaves instead of
That's a
mint.
great idea. See, you can get creative and use really anything you think would go in there. I know we had
And
carrots.
I also tried it. I tried it a little bit. And
You tried it already? What do you think?
Yeah, very good.
Awesome. I love it. So who else is ready to try it? Are we ready? Tomatoes are a great idea. You can add your favorite vegetable, your favorite fruit, like watermelon someone's using. You can even add cheese, like a nice salty feta cheese. But let's try it together. And I'll get some. Don't worry. All right, are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Let's take a bite. Wow, that's really good. I'm tasting all the flavors together. And I want to remind you, it's okay if you don't love it. I want you all to just take a little bite to see if you like it. And then you can decide. I know you can't know if you like something until you try it, right? So, like the first time I ever tried a cucumber, I was scared and I didn't know if I would like it. And then I tried it like this, and I was like, I actually like it. So, let's try it again together. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. That is delicious. And it looks incredible, right? Whoa, let me see yours. Who's zooming in from Kathleen's screen? Can you hold it to the camera? Amazing. What do you think? How is it?
Good.
It's good?
Yeah.
Awesome. So
It's very
very refreshing, right? Especially in the summertime, it's getting hotter out. So something like this is very refreshing, very cooling, right? Awesome. So would anyone add anything different to this next time? I know we have a lot of creativity here. I saw watermelon, carrot, tomato,
next time. I think I'm gonna add vinegar to it.
vinegar. Ooh, we're getting fancy. I like that. Yeah, you can make a little dressing with vinegar. Now, I know if I wanted to add a little protein or a little fiber to it to make it a little more filling, I would add some chickpeas. So I know we have our coupon book, right? So I would add some Goya chickpeas to add a little more protein and fiber to make it a little more filling, a little heartier. You can add Goya olive oil to make it a little richer as well. Any products you like. I know that, like I said, we have our coupons and their website has a ton of great recipes as well. So I encourage you to check it out and get creative in the kitchen with Goya, okay? So I hope you all enjoy that together. I know I will. So, what colors are we seeing? I know some people added a few different colors in there. Now, if I wanted, what color do we see?
Green.
Green, right? What if I wanted to add something yellow?
I see green and orange.
Yes. Why do you see orange? What's orange in there?
Carrot.
That's right. What if I wanted to add something red?
Tomatoes.
Potatoes?
Strawberries.
Strawberry. Ooh, strawberry sounds good actually. Inspired from you. Amazing. What if we wanted something yellow?
Banana.
Banana, okay. Interesting. That might be good. Who knows? Maybe some yellow peppers, right?
Mango.
Ooh, mango sounds super refreshing. Yeah. What about something?
We have some ideas.
Yes, tell me. Kiwi. Ooh. Did we say kiwi?
No.
Oh, yes, somebody said kiwi.
Yeah.
Yes. That's a great idea. Make it super green. There's also yellow kiwis, right?
Hey, question.
Yes.
So kiwi is green or yellow?
Both. There's both yellow and green kiwis.
Oh, I know because I think it was kiwi is yellow.
Yeah, there's yellow kiwis and green kiwis.
Oh, I just.
Very good. Very good. All right.
Oh,
I'm glad we're all enjoying it. I love to see us all chewing and munching away. That's incredible. And guess what? In a few weeks, when you have your own mint, you can make this again. Homegrown mint to it. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Incredible, right?
Look at these empty bowls that we have here.
Whoa, you ate it all?
Yeah. I was at ill home.
I like it.
Yeah.
Incredible. I want to thank everyone for joining, for making this possible. I'm so happy that we got to grow together and cook together. And I hope we all learned something new and we tried something new today. I encourage you to keep cooking, keep exploring new foods all summer long. So thank you very much for joining. Give
Thank you
yourself
so much. Thank you for
found the
everything.
So much.
I found the seed.
You found the seed? Okay, yay, perfect. So make sure you plant your seeds the way I showed you. You also have your instructions if you need them, okay?
Okay.
All right. I'm so glad that you found them. Amazing. I'm so proud of you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Have everybody. All right. Have a great day, everyone. I hope to see you all again soon. Have an excellent summer and a delicious, delicious salad. Enjoy.